AIMA is an institution that all of us are proud of. We are proud of its legacy, and we are proud of the role that AIMA plays in society.
India's startup revolution is powered by you, the thinkers, the hustlers, the go-getters. You got the skills, the drive, and the speed to make things happen. And in a world full of possibilities, you deserve a salary program that moves with you. Introducing Axis Bank's salary program with exclusive offers for your employees so that you commute smarter. Unwind with your favorite shows. Stay fit. Level up self-care. And up your career game for the future. What's more, Axis Bank's salary program also offers a range of benefits which are built for your world, while unlocking special perks that enhance your lifestyle at every turn. Access more than 350 services with our top-rated mobile banking app open. To get started, simply scan the QR code and open your account digitally in just in a world moving.
There are very few master trackers left.
The thinkers, the hustlers, the go-getters. You got the skills, the drive and the speed to make things happen. And in a world full of possibilities, you deserve a salary program that moves with you. Introducing Axis Bank's salary program with exclusive offers for your employees so that you commute smarter. Unwind with your favorite shows. Stay fit. Level up self-care. And up your career game for the future. What's more, Axis Bank's salary program also offers a range of benefits which are built for your world, while unlocking special perks that enhance your lifestyle at every turn. Access more than 350 services with our top-rated mobile banking app open. To get started, simply scan the QR code and open your account digitally in just 3 minutes. Axis Bank's salary program.
AIMA works as an overall India-wide organization for management. It has for long supported, promoted and nurtured the management movement, and it's also reached overseas to try and connect the world with India as well.
So whether you're a young student out there or whether you're a practicing professional, I think being a member of AIMA will give you a huge net.
Streamed live on AIMA's social media channels, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, earlier Twitter. We also extend the question is also displayed on the screen. Is the current higher education system adequately preparing students for future job roles that do not exist today? Let's see whether you agree, disagree, or can't say. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Arun Kumar Singh, Director, NIT Business School, Dr. Mukesh Yadav, Associate Dean Academics, University of Engineering and Management, Dr. Dilip Kumar Patnaik, Vice Chancellor, Medicaps University. May I request Dr. Arun to take the session forward? Yes.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Since morning, you have heard a lot of plenary sessions, and I strongly believe the kind of. Am I audible? Okay. So, since morning, you must have heard a lot of plenary sessions, and in fact, I was part of the talk being offered by Mr. Pai, and then, in fact, the kind of rave reviews I've received, what Justice Chandrachud has said. Already, lot of discussion has happened, and I strongly believe that the onus on us is pretty high, because after lunch, the very first session, and that too, three academicians sitting on dais and discussing what is going to be and how we are going to reimagine the higher education. It's a very pertinent topic, and we have two of the guests with us. Dr. D.K. Patnaik, Vice Chancellor, Medicaps University, a veteran, we can call him a polymath from a diverse field, and right now heading a university and building a university probably for the next league. Then we have Dr. Mukesh Yadav as Associate Dean, Academics, University of Engineering and Management, Jaipur. Now, since I said, in the morning and the kind of sessions you have already discussed, what I was, witnessing during the session of Pai, that Mr. Pai, that, the kind of work India is doing, and in fact, at times we do not recognize that part, is something, a silver line we should be looking at. But yes, Indian education system is quite a challenging scenario. Why? Because if I am allowed to quote a data, ASHE code, which every institution has, ASHE data 2022, roughly 47,000 plus institutions, 1,400 plus universities, and the kind of variety, the kind of options in terms of institutions, in terms of program, in terms of future prospects, it's enormous. But yes, there are certain issues which we need to talk about, and probably we'll deliberate in this discussion. Before proceeding for the discussion, I will try to figure out certain facts and certain will be trying my best to set the context. Now, in past 4 years, once the NEP has been in place, there is a sea of transformation which is happening in India, which has not been done in last, let's say, 70, 75 years. Now, be it the academic bank credit, be it internationalization, be it interdisciplinary, be it the foreign universities setting up their campuses in India, and now so much of focus on skill, what next? But there is other side of it. Once I talk about industry reports, let me allow it to be quote, 65% of today's learner will work in a job that do not exist yet. AI will automate nearly 40% of of workplace tasks by 2030, demanding an entirely new skill set. India will add 83 million working age youth by 2050. In fact, the universe has not witnessed something like this before. Meanwhile, only 52% of Indian graduates are considered employable by the industry. That's alarming. And on the top of it, we have foreign institutions entering India. That means the field is set. The challenges are from all the directions. Now, in India, universities are squared time and again, academic institutions, we are squared that we are not training, developing, or in fact making students ready for the industry. But I think there is a lot of discussion which we will be party to, and probably will come down to the audience, how they look at. So before jumping on the conclusion of how we are squared onto this, there are 4 different things probably we should start to context with. Industry is complaining skill mismatch. Student demands relevance, speed, employability. Universities struggle with speed of change, regulation, and funding, wherein AI is disrupting everything faster than curriculum updates. So I open this panel discussion with Dr. Patnaik to take on how he looks at whatever the entire scenario right now.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Arun. First of all, I come with this question of AI. AI is a buzzword. अगर मैं उसको हिंदी में बोलूँ कि ऐसा है 1970-80s में जो भी बेल बटन पहनता था अपने आप को अमिताभ बच्चन समझता था. And now also, who is having some sort of the device and thinking he's an AI expert? Okay, AI definitely it will replace the job. But it will not replace the manpower. Only AI will replace the manpower. Those who don't know AI or application of AI. AI is inevitable. Technology changes are a dynamic. It is happening. Since in 1947, we have been observing that one technology comes and it takes over another technology. And we do also changes. But suddenly, this last 2-3 years, why last 2-3 years? The life and the society, AC is completely before BC. That means after Corona and before Corona. The AC, life of AC is completely different from BC. Before Corona, even this transactions, what you call as an AP, this UPI, and what are the online classes. Online classes was a crime in universities. No. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता online classes. Class पढ़ना है तो you have to have this only in the classroom. But online class now it is become a very common things. And so is our technology also. And once upon a time, I remember when we are thinking about this professional courses, online course, it was not being permitted by the regulatory bodies. And the regulatory bodies, they think in a different pace, but the industry grows at a different pace. And this academia, they are sandwiched between these two. One is the requirement of the industry. Another is also this regulatory authorities, the schemes and the rules and regulation. I didn't call it the red tapeism bureaucracy, but this is what they think. It takes time. It takes time to understand. And now this one statement was there, and in the morning session also, Sunil Munjal also say, why a person need a job? Is it really a job is required for the student? I'm not talking about everyone will be entrepreneur. But the job, it is not a regular job. The time span has come very, very short. Earlier it was 33 years, 30 years job, now 10 years job, 5 years job. Now this every half an hour you will get a job, complete the assignment and get paid by that. But you should have the skill for that. And why you need a job security? If you have that academic security, you don't need a job security. And this time will change and the learning has to be changed and technology has to be changed. आज ऐसा है ना, technology is dynamic. It is AI is not a constant. कल Oracle था, परसों Miracle आ जाएगा. कभी Java सीखते थे, कभी Sumatra सीख लेंगे. तो this is a dynamic system. इसमें कोई डरने की बात नहीं. There is nothing to get panic about that. But the challenge of this institution, universities like us, is most of the time, we become the scapegoat. Curriculum सही नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. Oh, of course, the curriculum also gets changed. Just think. 5 साल पहले जो आप गाड़ी चलाते थे, वही गाड़ी चला रहे हैं. Your food had changed, your television had changed, your vehicle had changed, your lifestyle had changed, and so is the also curriculum. But curriculum changes, you do not even realize it has been changed. And in the morning also, I just got a question. I heard of a question. The Gen Zs, they are not interested in the classrooms. Who told the Gen Zs are not interested in the classrooms? They are much more interested. And they are hyperactive. Probably we the teachers are not coping with this expectation. वो जितना जल्दी भागते हैं, फास्ट भागते हैं, उतने जल्दी हम पहुंच नहीं पाते हैं. Probably they are losing that interest there. So I don't think there is any gap between industry and this, and industry ready. Once again, I will just say that. And always say this, there are students are not employable this. Even I don't agree. Just, can you raise one hand that you know a person who is remained unemployed since last 5 years? in this hall? Can you name a person who is not? If he wants that, he wants to work in Apple, he wants to in Amazon, probably he will not get a job. And if he wants that, I want only a sarkari nokri, probably he may not get a job. Just raise a hand. He who knows a person last 5 years is unemployed. It is not that. And what is industry ready? A particular industry, he wants certain talents and certain qualification. Might be it is undergraduate students. This is only a creating a mindset. A mindset. So that is this, and he has to be more inquisitiveness about that. And Mr. Arun, if you just allow me, I will cite one example for this. अगर यहाँ पे, can you raise a hand those who don't understand Hindi? You don't understand Hindi at all? Okay. Little. Thoda. Okay. Because I want to put it in Hindi for better understanding. What is exactly story? ऐसे ही आप जो लोग बैठे हैं, एक बार स्वर्ग में सारे देवताओं को भी ऐसा हुआ, हम भी सीखेंगे, एआई सीखेंगे, हम भी कुछ सीखेंगे. तो सिखाने के लिए कौन है? तो सिखाने के लिए उनका गुरु होता है, गुरु बृहस्पति जी है. उनके पास जाएंगे, सीखेंगे. ये मन क्या, जो राजा है उनका इंद्र ने कहा मैं भी सीखूंगा. ये जैसे ऐसे होता है कि मैनेजमेंट सीखूंगा, एमबीए करूंगा, ऐसे करूंगा, समवेयर. And he went to this guru, that is Guru Brihaspati, and he expressed his interest. I want to learn these courses. And Guru told, okay, this course is about 4 years. You have to learn this. And all the skills you have to complete and all the assignments and those blah, 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 you have to complete. Then Devaraj Indra told, okay, I'm ready for that. And he started learning about that. After completion of 4 years, when the final examination arrived, it came. And then it was not an examination, it was a comprehensive viva. Guru Brihaspati asked, Devaraj, are you okay with this, all this? Are you prepared? Any doubt so far? No doubt at all. Again, I'm asking, do you have any doubt? No doubt. Okay, then you have to read one more year.
Okay, that was an interesting way, sir. Can we take the view of
one thing? Next. And then he read one more year. After completion of 1 year, again the same examination came, and he asked this, went to this Brihaspati. He told, Guruji, I have read everything. Then he asked, do you have any doubt? Little doubts, small doubts, but I have understood everything. Okay, then you have to read one more year. After completion of 1 year, again he approached Brihaspati. They said, Guruji, now I am ready for the exam. Then he asked, do you have any doubt? He told, Indra told, I don't know. I have doubts and doubts only. I have nothing, I don't understand it. Then he said, yes, now we have completed the course. So this is the generation, this is the AI. If you don't have any doubt, you don't know AI. If you know AI, then you have to read another 4 years. Thank you.
Yeah. So Dr. Yadav, how's your perspective, and probably you'd like to know?
Yeah, I will go with the saying that change is the essence of life. Now, if you see, I am working in a technical university. It's a University of Engineering and Management. And when computer science as a domain, as a field, it was just evolving, I used to say to my students that CS is nothing but common sense. Anybody who has got a common sense can do a degree in computer science. And then there was a time when IT came into picture. IT was doing well. And that time I said, IT is India's tomorrow. And now we are at the age of AI. And now I am saying AI is for all Indians. All Indians, they need to adapt and adopt this technology, because India should lead the world in AI. And we have a generation which is a digital native generation. Our grandparents, they might not be knowing how to use a mobile, but they are well versed. As sir said, that there was a time when before Corona and post Corona. So you see how the teachers have adapted the technology and how well they have managed during entire Corona period, that all classes were held online, and they quickly transformed themselves into taking digital classes. and our students to have well adapted. So my point is, whatever technology comes, and we adapt that technology because we see convenience in that. So whenever there is a convenience, we will definitely adapt it. When Google came, when computer came initially, people were worried that people will lose the job, but nothing happened. Still more jobs were generated. Then Google came, everybody was scared that all information will get from Google. But now the time has come when we have stopped using Google and we are using Chat GPT and AI more enough. So this is life. Things will come and go, but AI will not going to take our jobs. In fact, it will help to augment more jobs for us. So that is my take on digital transformation. Regarding industry academia gap, which sir also put forth this idea, I would say that from last decade there has been a lot of conversation, a lot of dialogue between industry and academia, but I still believe that not much have been done. Why I say so? Because the onus of preparing students for industry or making them industry ready is on universities, on higher education. But when they go to industry, industry refuses them to hire them because they say that they are not employable. Now, my question is, we are unable to understand who is father and who is son. Sometimes higher education acts as a father, sometimes it is the industry which acts as a father. So we still have that gap, and lot of universities have taken a lot of initiative. I do agree, but again the problem with industry is that they don't have that much human resource, they don't have that much manpower that they can provide internship, provide training to each and every student. And that is where Indian government has come into picture, and they have taken up this task of internships. And I was in one of the session in Edu Skills Connect, where I came to know that now even first year students, that data said that more than 800 first year students have done internship in first year itself. And that complete data was more than 10 lakh students have done the internships. So things are there, problems are there, but we will definitely go through these things. Thank you.
Okay, so both of you have an opinion that there is, progress being witnessed, but yes, a lot of work has to be done. Since the topic is very pertinent, where we are talking about with our higher education system, are we producing the leader for tomorrow? So basic question comes first, that are our institutions are ready for future? We would like to know like what you are doing at your institution, where you are making your institution, your university future ready, where you are developing the resource which is going to lead the change for future.
Okay. Yes, the institutions have to be future ready. Otherwise, they will not be in existence. Or if they are not in future ready, the students, their product. Because institution is one place where the customers and products are the same. For institution and university, students are the customer and the students are the product. Then they have to be more careful, much more careful than the industry. But for industries, product is something and customer is someone. So here what we are doing exactly. And the industry ready, yes, they have to be there. It has to be there. They must know some sort of livelihood skills and life skills. Those things are there. It is only the not livelihood skills. They must know also life skills. Life skills is much more important than livelihood skills. So it is important that we are also integrated in our curriculum how the livelihood skills should be there and how the life skills also should be there. And before learning anything, the value system should be there. You cannot compromise with the value system. The compassion should be there. Because nowadays, we don't have any patience. We don't have everything. We don't have time. Even at this age also, And then since the morning I have been listening, not above 40, I'm asking now above 40. Even that this above 40 age also, if you receive any WhatsApp message that is longer than even say 2 or 3 paragraphs, you don't even read that. So you don't have patience. So it has to be very fast, but it should not have lose its own importance. First of all, life skills should be there, incorporated. Livelihood skills should be there, it should be incorporated. And again, it should be in the taste of the students. The student must like to come to the class. While they will sit in the class, they can read from this any online platforms. एक ढूंढे तो हजार मिलता है Google में. They can read from there. Why he will be interested to come there? So the class should be interesting. And the interesting means it is not always the case study intensive. Yes, it is required. But what exactly the teachers nowadays, the teachers should be not only a teachers. Till now, what is happening? Most of the teachers are not the teachers, they are informers. Like in the example, 3 plus 3 is 6. Whether I'm teaching or I'm informing. I'm teaching or informing. Informing. Okay. India got independence in 1947. I'm teaching or informing. So a teacher has to be a teacher, not an informer. If I teach 3 plus 3 is 6, मेरे से पहले क्या 5.5 था क्या? अभी 6 हो गया? ऐसे नहीं. So first of all, the teacher must incorporate 3 things. I call it the SIP. Has to make it very simple, make it interesting, and must inculcate a purpose into this. Why he must read this? If he knows this why, nowadays what we call is outcome-based education, what this and objectives should be there. If the students knows that why I should read this, then he can do that. And he will take interest. If I ask someone here, can you break that door? No one will be interested. If I say, if anyone breaks that door, I will pay him 10 crores. At least 20, 30 people will rush into that. But that is the purpose. So if we include this, and what we are doing in our university also, same thing. We incorporate 3 things. SIP. Make it the thing simple, make it interesting, and attach purpose to this.
That was very interesting way of doing it. How, Dr. Yadav, you look at your institution, what you are doing?
Yeah. So at our university, we focus on preparing our students to be global leaders, to be global citizens. So we are taking our students for study abroad program every year. If you see, I remember last time we took around 150 students to University of New South Wales in Australia for a 1-month study abroad program. Why I'm saying why we do this is because I myself have worked abroad for 15 years, and I understood the importance of India when I was away from India. I understood what is India, and the number of years I stayed there, it was just physical. Mentally, every time we were in India. So I actually, and to make the students realize the value and importance of India, so it is very important to give them that global exposure and let them face the difficulties of staying abroad also. So at that same time, they were learning as well as they were completing their study abroad program, and they were also learning to face the life difficulties. So sir has very rightly talked about life skills. So that too we are doing for them. Other than that, what we do is social outreach programs. That also we do for our students, where we have adopted nearby 10 villages near our university, where they conduct literacy program, where they go and take computer classes with the government school students. So all these activities, we make them to be to contribute to the society. So there, we don't want them just to think of getting high package, but what is more important is how you can give back to the society So that contribution should be there. So with these that value system, that ecosystem we have built in our university, we never encourage them that you have to study, you should go and study abroad. But what we say to them is, you go, understand the system, understand their way of teaching, way of learning, and then implement it in India.
Okay, so both of you have a perspective where engagement of student in the institution, particularly in classes, is diminishing. However, I'd like to throw a data. Last month I was part of one summit where the regional director of Coursera put across a number which was startling. Why I'm saying startling? Because every minute they have 4 enrollments on a Coursera platform. Now, as an educator, how you look at the online is more of a threat, or is it the future, or how we are going to engage the students for the classroom? Why? Because same is with the industry, because if people from industry and academia both will agree that even in industry, people are struggling with the employee engagement. Same is with the faculties in the classes. So how and what you are doing at your institution, or probably what is the way forward, every institution could take a view and probably implement it.
Okay. This online class is not a crime. This is required. Without online class, because there's so many informations a teacher cannot provide in 1 hour time or 2 hours time on that. The online class is really the base where the students can learn. But what is the basic difference between the online class and offline class? Here also, Dr. Arun, if you permit, I will tell a story. Through a story, I can tell you. You must have heard about this who has lost his thumb, Eklavya. Eklavya. Okay. Eklavya, whatever he was, the story, what you have heard, I don't know from where you have heard it. अगर आपने B.R. चोपड़ा का जो महाभारत देखा है, नहीं देखा है या कहीं नहीं सुना है, महाभारत युद्ध में ऐसा हुआ था कि when this Guru Drona was walking with his all this disciples of Pandavas, 5 पांडव के साथ जा रहे थे, एक कुत्ते ने उनको रास्ता रोक दिया, भूखने लगा, and started barking. And suddenly he saw कि hundreds of arrows came. ऐसे बहुत सारे तीर आए, उसका मुंह पे ऐसे लग गया और ऐसे वो भूख नहीं पाया. He could not close his mouth. वो ऐसे गुरु द्रोण आश्चर्यचकित रह के देखे कहाँ क्या है, और धीरे धीरे जाके and he was started also taking out of this arrows from his mouth. It was so surgically precisely fired. एक भी खरोच नहीं था, खून का एक बूंद भी नहीं निकल रहा था. It was so precisely fired. And he was really surprised and astonished. Who is this warrior? Then he asked, इसको किसने मारा? Then वहां से एक आए, एक आदिवासी जैसे युवक देखने वाले, उन्होंने कहा मैंने मारा. उन्होंने कहा आप कौन हो? नहीं, पहले पूछा आपका गुरु कौन है? उन्होंने कहा आप ही मेरे गुरु द्रोण. तो उन्होंने कहा आप कौन हो? मैं पहचानता नहीं हूं. उन्होंने कहा मैं मगध नरेश जरासंध का प्रधान सेनापति इंद्र हिरण्य धनुष का बेटा, मैं एकलव्य हूं. वो कोई आदिवासी नहीं था. ऐसे हमको पढ़ाया जाता है कोई आदिवासी था, भील युवक था, ऐसा नहीं है. वो चीफ ऑफ आर्मी का लड़का था. तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपने कैसे किया? ने कहा आई कुड सी दैट आई कुड लर्न फ्रॉम अ डिस्टेंस यू वर टीचिंग दिस बिकॉज आई एम नॉट अलाउड टू बी अ डिसाइपल ऑफ योर्स बिकॉज आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम दिस किंग्स फैमिली. तो मैं बाहर से देख रहा था, राजपुत्र नहीं हूं इसलिए मुझे आप नहीं लिए. मैं देख रहा था आप कैसे धनुष सिखा रहे, मैंने देखा. देन ही वॉज इन रियली थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्ब हो गए द्रोण, क्योंकि उनको पता था आगे से युद्ध होगा, कुछ ना कुछ होगा. लेकिन वो क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे थे उनको पता नहीं था. ये सिर्फ देख के उनको देख रहा था कैसे हुआ कर रहा है. तो अगर ये ऐसा होगा, काम करना बड़ी बात नहीं है, बात करना बड़ी बात नहीं है. क्या बात नहीं करना वो बड़ी बात है, कहाँ रुकना है बड़ी बात है. इनको पता नहीं था, इनको पता था युद्ध कैसे करना है, तीर कैसे चलाना है, लेकिन कहाँ पे चलाना है कहाँ नहीं चलाना उनको पता नहीं था. अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं the theory without practical is useless, but practical without theory is disastrous. कुछ भी हो सकता है, पूरा संसार पूरा ध्वंस भी हो सकता है. इसलिए उन्होंने कहा कि आप मुझे गुरु मानते हो तो गुरु दक्षिणा दोगे क्या? उन्होंने कहा आप आपका दाहिना उंगली का जो थंब यूज नहीं करेगा, हाथ नहीं काटा था ऐसे आपको एनीवे। तो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ऑनलाइन क्लासेस एंड लर्निंग फ्रॉम द ऑनलाइन एंड फ्रॉम द ऑफलाइन। ऑफलाइन में अगर इंडस्ट्री में सीखते हो, इसमें सीखते हो, गुरु आपको बताता है क्या नहीं करना है, कैसे कैसे, वेर यू हैव टू स्टॉप एंड वेर यू शुड नॉट डू एनीथिंग। बट हियर ऑनलाइन क्लासेस इज अ वेल्थ ऑफ ट्रेजर। यहाँ पे आप अगर नॉलेज का ट्रेजर है, वहां पे आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा। द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस कहीं पे बहुत कम समय में बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाता है। आप इतना मेहनत करना नहीं पड़ता, चार्ट जीपीटी को पूछते हो वो कर लेता है, आपका एजेंटी का एआई में करते हो, आपका एजेंट लगा लेते हो, वो $20 लेता है, कुछ नहीं, आराम से करवा देता है सारे काम। बट दिस आर ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन, but how you can transfer into your wisdom, that depends, and only a guru can do that.
Oh, well taken, sir. Dr. Yadav, taking cue from what Dr. Patnaik has already talked about, how and what you look at, because see, once we are talking about developing the future leader, we need to develop the faculty also. What you, and in particular your institution, or in fact, what are the best practices you are adopting, where you are training the faculty to be enabled as well as someone who can develop the leader for future at your campus?
Yeah, thank you, Arun sir, for this question. But I will first take the previous one and then I will answer this one. So, you talked about Coursera and LinkedIn courses. So, I really believe these are very useful for the students. And in our university, we are providing free access to LinkedIn and Coursera courses for all our students. We have in IM group, we have around 17,000 students, and we are providing free LinkedIn and Coursera courses to each and every student. The reason being that through these courses, they can go to any university, they can complete the course of any foreign university, whether it is Stanford University, whether it is MIT University, or any university which they think is a recognized university. So they get the advantage to meet the global competition. So so that tomorrow when they face any interview, they should not be naive at that time. They should have enough idea. And coming to faculty, I would like to inform everyone that to impart faculty the global exposure, what we do is around 10 countries we send our faculties and students to organize conferences in 10 foreign countries. So we have done global tie-ups, like every year, almost 10, we conduct 100 conferences in a year, but 10 of them are done in foreign land, so that universities can meet the foreign professors there. And likewise, they also are invited in our university for delivering the sessions. And we have a very strong, I myself, if you have heard the introduction, I am the Dean of Academics and Foreign Relations. So we have tie-up with Imperial College London. We have tie-up with British Columbia University in Canada. We have University of Las Vegas in Nevada. We have tied up with University of New South Wales in Australia. So likewise, and these neighboring countries, we send our teachers and we conduct these conferences so that they know what research updates and research work is going all around across the world.
Okay, pleasure knowing your views on and probably what you're doing at your institution. I think, sir, we should invite the audience questions, if they have certain questions. Yeah, please, if somebody can extend a mic to the audience.
Yeah, anyone, sir?
Yes, sir, you can raise your voice.
I'm Saurabh Jain, Delhi chair of AIMA YLC. So I have a question that in the age of AI and in the age of, so a lot of change is happening currently. And so I am also into edtech. So I realized that pura ka pura jo edtech education ecosystem hai, that basically wants ki after university you get a job. But in the age of AI, it becomes very difficult to say कि 20 साल बाद क्या होगा. Just to give you an example, I wrote India's first book on mobile app development. जब 2002 में मैंने मोबाइल ऐप डेवलपमेंट शुरू करी तो आई कुड नेवर इमेजिन कि पेटीएम, उबर, जोमैटो, ब्लिंकिट ये सब होगा. So after 20 years, we can imagine a world where maybe jobs बहुत कम हो, and majority people either are entrepreneurs or they become artists like Picasso and all. So how will the higher education system like cope with all those things? Because हम तो कहीं ना कहीं we want कि people should go into big four consulting firms, Infosys and Bangalore में IT में and all those things. And वो तो I think direction शायद उल्टी चल रही है, because एक चीज और just as a food of thought I am sharing. Elon Musk recently shared कि plumbers and other people would have more job opportunities in future, and I think बिहार वालों को शायद ज्यादा फायदा होगा जहाँ के टेकी लोग नहीं होते हैं और ज्यादातर प्लम्बर्स वगैरह ज्यादा होते हैं, और कर्नाटका एंड साउथ इंडिया जनरली हम जो देखते हैं वहाँ पर ज्यादा टेकीज हैं और वो एआई ज्यादा उनकी जॉब्स लेगा. सो हाउ विल द एजुकेशन सिस्टम कोप विद दैट? बिकॉज हमें तो यही लगता है कि पीएचडी करने से बड़े हो जाते हैं, एमबीए करने से बड़े हो जाते हैं, हमें प्लम्बर बनना तो अपनी डिमोशन लगती है, बट अगर फ्यूचर में जॉब ह्यूमंस को तो वहीं मिलेगी, तो कैसे होगा?
Okay, sir. ऐसा है डॉक्टर साहब, this AI again it is a myth. How it is? I have been working on the AI since 2003. So what is an AI? AI can only do whatever human being has done so far and what human has thought so far. इसके आगे AI कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, because ये LLM है. You have to educate the LLM, उसी हिसाब से you have to develop the LLM. Beyond that, you can't do that. And plumber permitting, this also can be done. This is a small robot and thing. But this cost will be it is not affordable. What say the labor will be cheap? No, labor will be available, but it's higher cost. So in AI, job security, because the same thinking, if you go with the same thinking, what this 80s and 90s and year 2000 we are having, we will have this complete this course, then I will get a good job, I will get a placement, then at least 30 years secure. That is not there, because it is a dynamic system. Every 2 year, 3 year, it gets changed. इवन यहाँ पे भी आपको अपस्किलिंग की जरूरत पड़ती है, रीस्किलिंग की जरूरत पड़ती है. आपको जॉब यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा, कैंपस विल हायर यू एंड दे विल फायर यू आफ्टर 2 years. Again, you have to learn another skill, then you have to go for another job. So this has to be continuously done. What this an edtech company also here, I invite all the industries also. Those industries, like an NEP 2020. NEP 2020 says there should be institute industry relationship there, partnerships should be there. And they, most of the institutions, they do have the industry cell. But I am afraid, very few industries, they do have the academic cell. They don't have this that much of time and everything. So what this what the academic people think about the industry, how can bridge about that? Industry people and the edtech company, they should come forward, and they should not focus on the 30 years and 50 years that. You didn't know that this type of job, what is prevailing today, UX and VX engineer, whether it was being the thought before 5 years? No. Even the drone pilot, what is drone Didi, they called it in every village. Whether it is, could you imagine before 5 years? No. And you don't know what will be the job after 1 year. So this everything, with the change of the time and with the contemporary, skill has to be developed. But please remember, this fundamental should not be compromised. The engineering fundamentals remain the same, management fundamentals remain same, and people's skill fundamentally remains the same. Only skill changes. Only this change the skill, this will be okay.
Shall we have the next question from the audience?
Can I? So hi, I'm Harsh. I'm a leadership and entrepreneurship coach. Every year we hear from universities that how many jobs we have given, what is the placement percentage, but hardly we hear that how many organizations or how many startups are being formed from the university. Almost every university has an incubation center. You invest so much, but hardly any stories come out from the universities. Any thoughts on that?
Yes. Yeah, you answer this?
Yeah, just I want to tell that in our university, when a student graduates, we ensure that he should go at 3 levels of escalation. Either he should have a job in hand, or he should go for higher education, and the third point which you have correctly raised is about having a startup or to become an entrepreneur. So in this direction, work is done, but as you said, we have very limited registered startups or that. There is a requirement of more focus in this area also.
To add to this startup, okay, this is also a fashion that I will start a startup this. But how to start up? I met a professor in IIM Indore, and he was teaching some like startups class one there. And I was this watching him, one person, Mr. Nageshwar Rao, he came and asked him, sir, how to start up a good business? And I have been trying since last 2 years, but I am not getting this. And the professor answered, अगर मुझे पता होता कैसे बिजनेस किया जाता है तो मैं जॉब क्यों करता है?
Interesting one.
तो आई डोंट नो दैट हाउ टू डू दैट. एंड इसमें अगर उसको पता होता बढ़िया बिजनेस कैसे हो सकता है, दिस बिलियनर कैसे हो सकता है, व्हाई इज ए प्रोफेसर देयर गेटिंग ए 2 लाख और 2.5 लाख रुपीस देयर? So it is not that. A startup is okay. It is a fancy word. And everything I will start. And how many the startups are coming? In every year, you will say, every year, only 12.5% startups, they only survive. And the next year, out of that, 87 out of that, they die their unnatural death. What is this? Because now the students and what are these generations are there, they have two problems. Not the two problems, two challenges are there. To start with the startup, it is not only the mind. हमारा संस्कृत में कहा जाता है कोई भी आपका उद्यम करने के लिए दो चीज की जरूरत पड़ती है, बुद्धि और निधि. निधि का मतलब पैसा होता है, एंड नॉलेज, फ्रॉम वेयर द मनी विल कम. एंड ही इज फ्रॉम ए मिडिल क्लास फैमिली. तो either he has to create a network from where he can get the resources, where he can get the supports, otherwise how he can survive. If father, he took the money, he takes a loan of 20-25 lakhs and puts his child in an engineering college or in the medical college, and he wants a startup from where he repay his loan. So in this ecosystem, it's okay, but still startups are coming, because they are hooking up all the friends who is having this money, who is having network, who is having connections. Then it will come. So gradual startups are coming, and it will grow gradually. Overnight, we don't expect anything.
Just to add on, because at our institution, what we are doing, we have invited industry and we have collaborated with them. In fact, we have technology business incubator at our campus, and more than 50 plus, startups are right now being incubated at our premises. In fact, we are welcoming, and we are funding from MSc also. And at the trust level also at NIT, we encourage students, if they have any idea, we are more than willing to be part of it. So, and we strongly believe that, job creation is rather the big task which we need to look at rather than looking for a job. Any other question from the audience?
I wanted to put this question to Justice Chandrachud and thereafter Mr. Pai. But I was told that those below 40 are only allowed, so thankfully I'm being allowed to speak now. My question is, which of the professions do you think would be at risk with AI in place? And especially I would like to lay emphasis on the legal profession, the advocates who are litigating lawyers. Do you think this will have a negative impact? As you said, Mr. Patnaik, that AI has to be used effectively. It is not going to be a substitute, is what I could understand from your talk. So what is it that you have to say? Which professions would be at risk, especially the legal job, the fraternity of advocates?
None of the professions are at risk with AI. All the professions will sharpen only. This is all the professions. In legal also, a lot of things are there. And you must have observed that those are practicing lawyers. They are having a lot of this इतने मोटे मोटे किताब हैं, बहुत बड़े लाइब्रेरी है, सब कुछ है उनका, वहाँ से सब पढ़ना पड़ता था. AI क्या है, कहाँ से कौन सा केस हुआ है. And now by using AI, you can just get all this judgments. कहाँ वो केरला हाई कोर्ट में क्या हुआ था, यहाँ क्या हुआ था, सब हो सकता है. And by this AI use करके, even you can find out what is the sequence and chronology of the judgments are there. Even the same case. One judgment was passed by session court. It was even deferred by this, and again overruled by some district court. Then it again overruled by the high court. And again overruled by this. Then what is the sequence? Now it is sequence are not being this. Now by doing this AI also, the judiciary will become more conscious. And I don't say that they are doing unconsciously or something like that, but they will be more careful about that. And these milords, before passing this judgment, they will be more careful and see that what is the sequence of that. This AI will save time. and this will give you the correctness. What the AI will do, it will do only three things. First of all, पैसा बच जाएगा, समय बच जाएगा और एक्यूरेसी होगा. और AI कोई जॉब के लिए खतरा नहीं है. Even after the 5 years also, probably I am sitting in the same place and I will answering the same thing. Probably AI will also may not answer these things. नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि what I told this AI can do the things what so far human being has done and what the human being has thought so far and what it has not done. AI cannot even imagine that. Can any one of you guess? ऐसा कोई ऑब्जेक्ट आप सोचिए जो पहले कभी देखा नहीं है, कभी सुना नहीं है, उसके बारे में कभी पढ़ा नहीं है. Can you imagine any object? कभी देखा नहीं है, कभी सुना नहीं है, कभी पढ़ा नहीं है. कोई डिस्क के बारे में ऐसे कभी चखा नहीं है. यस, सॉरी, आपने सुना है ना फिनिक्स, या देखा है, मूवी देखा है, ऐसा नहीं है. सो दिस इज द थिंग व्हाट एआई. एंड एआई एक आपका काल्पनिक भय भी है. दिस इज एन हेल्पिंग हैंड, वेरी गुड टूल. एंड व्हाई डोंट यू दिस? एआई आपको देख रहा है, एआई एक बार डाटा ले रहा है, लेगा. If you're asking someone also, if you ask this, यहाँ जाने के रास्ते पूछेगा आप कौन है, he is also taking your data. मेरा प्राइवेसी का बात है, वो अलग बात है. AI is only a tool, it is an helping hand, and you cannot escape from this AI. You have to have used the AI. And this AI has become buzzword. I have been using it since 2003. I'm doing research on that. Yes. Yes. It will be misused. What I told the same as Eklavya could have misused that also. So that is, Eklavya could have misused. And that's why he was asked to sacrifice his thumb. So that's why a guru is required for that. And इसके लिए 40 साल की उम्र जो ऊपर है ना, उनका अभी रोल आता है. And they have to control this AI. पहले तो सुबह का सेशन below 40 years का था. Yes, madam. Yeah, you can. हाँ, मैं सुबह से देख रहा हूँ, बहुत फियर्सली क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं आप, बहुत तीखा क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं आप.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I have one question. It's an open-ended question. Any of you can answer that. And then there's one reaction also. So my question to you would be, for many young leaders here in this room and beyond, how do we strike that balance between ethics and business conduct? Now, I'll tell you why. Because many a times when we are having those meetings in our boardrooms or beyond, people prefer silence over courage. So how do we deal with that dilemma? Because A, we are young and not many people are as accepting of us as this gathering. We also faced ageist remarks across sectors. So how do we deal with it? And second, a reaction to the kind of questions that we were discussing. Please allow me to open the Masters Union PGP placement report. So we usually take pride when we share the statistics, and it's published online over LinkedIn and on our website also. 17% of our students, of our student cohort in the PGP program did not sit for placements, despite the fact that our average placement stands at 34 lakhs, and they chose to pursue their own startup journey. So that is one achievement that I wanted to highlight. Apart from that, I also wanted to share that we have given out 1.36 CR in grants. Almost 7 of the teams from our startup hub have even pitched at Shark Tank.
This is a question or information?
This is a reaction.
Achha, information.
Yes.
Okay. What's the question? What is the question?
That was the first question.
Okay.
How do we strike that balance between ethics and business conducts, considering that we are young leaders?
Would you like me to answer, or,
Yeah.
I can escape from this?
No.
Okay.
Please, would be happy to hear from you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
Came up with this word, which is today the buzzword, that is artificial intelligence.
Right.
And if I remember, I'm not able to open this up, but if I remember, he said that artificial intelligence over a period of time may develop its own consciousness as the humans have.
Of course.
Now, you said that is just a tool. Can it be that we will become a tool with this great group which you are the team?
Yes. Okay. I will answer the last question first. Then the first question last. Okay. First, this artificial intelligence, and you all people are might be from engineering background and some professional backgrounds. Sirs. What this artificial intelligence, the companies do that, they prepare their own LLM, right? So for LLM, they have to give this all the information for that. Even for LLM, everyone has a job here. Anyone wants a job, they have a job for through 2 days, 5 days, 3 months, 5 months, right? And this LLM, they put all the informations, all this even sensations, even all the smells, how it this smells, and what is this smell, odor, color, everything they are being this. Like, so if you ask after 6 months, every AI machine can be just like a human being. He's having a conscious also. And you know this, nowadays the AI has started cheating people. AI अभी चीट करना भी शुरू कर दिया है और AI अभी धीरे धीरे चापलूसी करना भी शुरू कर दिया है. If you ask the AI, I have a girlfriend and ऐसे इन्होंने कहा and I want to break up, should I go and ask her, say sorry? And AI will say no, you are very much correct, you don't do that, you are correct, because वो चापलूसी करता है. So this is because he is conscious also. वहां पे ऐसा करना चाहते, he is also thinking like a man and he is also started cheating because the same LLM has been created for that AI platform. What say that till today AI can do what a human can do, but tomorrow I don't know, again another LLM has to be created. 2030 new LLM should be there, 2031 new LLM should be there. For that, who will create that? Only you people will do that. Only human can create an artificial intelligence. Now coming to this, madam, आपका question था. So can you repeat, sir? I forget while answering. Okay. This ethics. Okay, this ethics and compassion, it has to be there. First, compassion and ethics. इसके अलावा कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता है. And ethics के लिए कि compassion ये सब एक word हो जाता है, एक dictionary word हो जाता है. We do not understand that. What exactly ethics should I do that, and what the compassion should I be there? I remember when this I was reading his autobiography of T.N. Sesson, जो election commissioner थे 1991-92 तक तो थे. And he has written there, while he was traveling from this from some city from UP to मसूरी, रास्ते में देखा कहीं पे चाय पीने के लिए रुके, देखा कि वहां पे एक स्पैरो का वहां पे एक घोंसला बनाया था ऊपर में, दैट नेक्स्ट राइट. और उनके पत्नी ने कहा कि मुझे ये एक दो घोंसला चाहिए टू डेकोरेट माय हाउस. तो उन्होंने ड्राइवर को कहा जहां 2 घोंसला उतार के लाओ. ड्राइवर देखा पास में, इट वाज नॉट एट इज रीच. उन्होंने 2-3 वहां पे ग्वाले थे, उनको बुलाया और कहा मैं 10 रुपए दूंगा. इट वाज लॉन्ग बैक व्हेन ही वाज नॉट चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर, लॉन्ग बैक. उसने 10 रुपए बहुत बड़ी बात था वहां पे. उन्होंने कहा 10 रुपए दूंगा, निकाल दो, उतार दो. उन्होंने मना किया. उन्होंने कहा 15 रुपए दो, निकाल लो. नहीं है. देन टी.एन. सेशन ने देखा बहुत टाइम हो रहा है, देन ही वेंट टू दिस ग्वाला. वो लड़के को कहा क्या हुआ, क्यों नहीं उतार रहे हो? नहीं. उन्होंने कहा मैं 100 रुपए दूंगा, क्योंकि अगर 100 रुपए नहीं देंगे, नहीं उतारेंगे, बीबी गुस्सा हो जाएंगे. तो वहां का देखना है, क्या करना है. देन उन्होंने कहा मुझे आई विल गिव यू 100 रुपीज. तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप कैसे इंसान हो साहब, आपको पता है ये चिड़िया मम्मी उसका कहीं अभी दाना जुगाड़ करने के लिए बाहर गई है, अब शाम को आएगी, देखेगी उसका घोंसला नहीं है, उसका बच्चे नहीं है, क्या गुजरेगा उस पर. आप कैसे इंसान हो, कैसे ऑफिसर, वो गाड़ी में आप आ जाते हो. देन ही वाज स्टन. उन्होंने 100 रुपए दिया, फिर वापस आ गए और उन्होंने अपनी पत्नी को कहा, माफी मांगा. उन्होंने कहा मैंने एक बड़ा लेसन सीखा कि कंपैशन होना चाहिए, वैल्यू सिस्टम होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज जहां नहीं होगा, दिस एआई विल किल यू. और वहां पे, एंड योर क्वेश्चन वाज दैट हाउ वी कैन दिस इन द बोर्ड रूम, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दिस वी कीप मॉम, वी कीप साइलेंस, एंड आवर साइलेंस इज बीइंग टेकन ग्रांटेड एज दिस बाय आवर agreement, right? So one has to come up. No one will teach you with this. Only this. मैंने 2 चीज कहा आपको. एक कहा लाइवलीहुड स्किल चाहिए, लाइफ स्किल. दिस इज ऑल्सो लाइफ स्किल. हाउ यू कैन पुट योर क्वेश्चन, हाउ कैन कर व्यू विदाउट कहीं पे किसी का आत्मसम्मान को ठेस ना पहुंचाते हुए करना है. एंड दिस इज हैड टू बी टॉट एट योर होम.
Actually, in the interest of time, we need to conclude this. And I think the kind of discussion we had till now, the one point we need to understand is technology is here, AI is here, and we have to evolve with it. Right now, we are talking about the agentic AI. People are talking about synthetic AI, and probably the explainable AI is what future belongs to, where AI will start understanding the human, and then probably it will evolve. Now, having been said so, because there were questions, a lot of ethics as well as how AI is gonna change the job scenario, or in fact the way we are gonna work. We need to understand one thing. MIT has published a report, where it has come up with a conclusion that 95% of cost being incurred on the all AI initiatives are incurring no benefit whatsoever for any of the organization. That's one. Another is, if you look at in the larger perspective, AI over a period of time is still evolving, and it's more of a hype. If you look at the Gartner's report, they are quoting it that we are right now in the middle of the cusp. AI will be there, but not in the form what we are expecting, just writing a mail, or probably it's helping us to be better in here and there in terms of pictures, in terms of content and whatsoever. So AI will evolve, so as we. And as a higher education institution, sir, it's our responsibility that we should live up to. Because it's not only about the students for the future, but for the institutions to be relevant for the future, where curriculum has to be capability driven. AI is new English. It has to be, taken in that particular fashion. The Future Ready University will collaborate with industry and will be more entrepreneurial rather than administrative. That's what the things are. Now, last and very important, there are 3 P probably we as a higher education institution have to look into: the policy, the practice, and the partnership. The policy, whatever being regulated at us and what we are, in process, then what we are doing in practice in collaboration and in partnership with the industry. This is gonna write the future. And in fact, we have the capability, as rightly being said by Mr. Mondas Bhai, India is writing future, and in fact will be writing future. We have all the capabilities. We will be creating the future out here among us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to our esteemed panelists for your insightful views on education. May I now request Dr. Sachin Khullar to felicitate Dr. Arun Kumar Singh to present memento. After that, I request Dr. Sarthak Bakshi to please present a memento to Dr. Mukesh Yadav. Post that, I request Ms. Rashmi Mandloi to present memento to Dr. Dilip Patnaik. Thank you, everyone.
We have 3 parts. Can I just have a big round of applause from the left side right now? The left, can I see some energy? Yes. The center, please. Center, and now the right. Great. So, I just also obviously want to take 2 seconds to kind of understand, and see if anyone's taken away any great lessons, or anyone wants to, what I'm going to ask is a lot more about, since the buzzword is AI. Can we have a show of hands on how many people think that AI should be a mandatory course in a school syllabus now? Yes? Great. How about, financial literacy? Yes? Okay, I see some show of hands. Anyone for mental resilience or just softer skills? Softer skills at the school level? Yes. No, because we just had a session on higher education, so I think there were some important takeaways that, what we could, in the private setup, at least schools and colleges could try to inculcate more. And also, just because this conference is on leadership, can I have a show of hands on what value that has shaped your personal journey the most? Discipline? Anyone for show of hands for discipline? We're very less disciplined, okay. And what about empathy? Empathy? Okay, anyone's personal journey shaped by empathy? Courage? Any other values that are missing mostly? Okay, I think we are ready for our next session. So our next session, of course, is a fireside chat, and it's on lessons in innovation and impact from industry trailblazers. The poll question for this session is innovation today driven more by bold risk-taking than make my trip? Mr. Rajiv Makni, Tech Guru and Managing Editor, NDTV. A big round of applause for our speakers today. So may I now request Mr. Rajiv Makni to take the session forward.
Sorry, Rajiv, before that, the real announcement nobody knows. This is Rajiv's birthday today. And Rajiv was chosen to be with us on his birthday, which is not just for the hour here, but coming, going. So really appreciate it. That's fantastic. Yeah.
The fact that I get to celebrate it with all of you is key and present enough. So thank you very much. Yes, my birthday, and I am spending it with all of you. But even more importantly, I'm spending it with Deep. Now I have to tell you the background, right? Deep and I know each other from a past life, or at least it seems like that to me, because the time me and Deep met, he was selling bowling alleys, the 9-pin bowling alleys. Okay, this time wasn't it 9? Only the 10th generation came. So bowling alleys, and I was selling pizzas, so literally a lifetime back. And he and I know each other from there, and then we've come full circle because we now literally live with each other, not in the same house or the same room or the same bed, but we are neighbors, we live in the same community. So it really has been a full circle for the two of us. And when I was told about the fact that, it's me and Deep that are going to be on stage for the kind of topic that we have, I was like, while that's fantastic and great that he and I get to speak together on stage, but what do I ask him that has not been asked of him already, which is, everybody and his uncle has a podcast, and Deep has been on every podcast, including my uncle's, right? And every article that can be written about him, everything that can be reported about him has been. So what could I do dramatically different that does leave you with something that you didn't know before? And therefore, everything I'm going to ask him hopefully is going to be the kind of question that is either not been asked or he did not want anyone to ask, right? So that's the general theme of it, whether it's leadership, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's, what the future holds. We'll get started with that. My main request, Deep, is I have so much to cover. So we'll keep answers short, right? So that I can cover it all, right? So we'll start with, of course, the part that I think I enjoy the most, which is to do with all the hot headlines, right? So let's start with the first one, which may be the hottest headline we've had in the world of travel for a while, and that is Indigo.
What happened?
Yeah, I know. What happened is the exact answer. What happened out there? So we all know more or less, everyone has an opinion on what happened, right? But I want to know from you, you have inside stories, literally maybe every single person involved out there in Indigo would be someone that you either know and is a phone call away. So I'm not going to ask you what happened. I want to understand that is part of the reason why it all collapsed. Maybe also organizations like Make My Trip that have made everything so simple that airlines aren't able to keep up with the kind of demand. Is it really true that if it hadn't been for organization or a service like yours, we may not have taken all these giant steps forward? Some part of the blame goes on making travel as easy as you've made it?
Wow, that's a new one, but Rajiv sets it up well. No, firstly, I don't even think we can take that kind of credit. I have to tell you, the Indigo, I know there's so many theories going around, and everyone thinks there's a conspiracy theory. I can tell you mine. It's, yes, I know, obviously, everyone in that organization at one level, because we work very closely. We're their largest sellers, their largest partners. And they are the toughest people to work with, I can tell you, in terms of negotiators. I really respect the company, irrespective of what's happened. This can happen to anyone. I actually think there's a big lesson in the learning for all companies that have become very large. And it's irrespective of tech. This is not a tech issue that's happened, maybe whatever. This was a very clear organization. I think it was a clear procedural, let us say, maybe I think taking things for granted. And that folks get carried away. So I don't think there is any company, if Indigo could fall to this, not just any airline, I think they're one of India's most amazing companies. People beat me up when I say this today. And I was at a wedding where 150 guests were on Indigo prior to rescheduling. I just got off, came back from that, and it was my friend's daughters. And we were rescheduling people. Obviously, these things can happen. I think they just pushed it too far to the end. There was already a change in the DGCA guidelines, which was 1 year old. It was to come due. Probably the airline expected there will be some leeway that will come. I know even some pilots who work there, that leeway didn't come when they expected it. And now it's coming. So I think there's a recovery of almost 100, 150 flights a day. But was anyone inconvenienced personally out here? I was too. So I also changed. I was too, and I was pretty sure they'd fly, and they didn't. And I moved to Air India. And I think when you're in an industry, you tend to see it more from the inside and from both points of view. I think that is the big game changer. So all the conversations at this wedding with all the friends were only, even the speeches, the groom speeches, bride speeches, uncle speeches were all beating up Indigo. And I was saying, guys, they're saying we're here. Despite that, this can happen. How many of you have had your passwords and other credentials